What's up, everybody? It's Jason, Zombie Collector, and at the end of the evening here in the beautiful land of Hoosier Land, Indiana, USA. And I want to do a PSA because I got a few a few eBay packages in the mail the last week, and I feel like this is a PSA for people to learn how to frickin' ship their items. It is an absolute dumpster fire of a situation when people do not know how to ship their items or they just choose not to. Really, it's not that they don't know. Sometimes it may be. It's because they're just a bunch of cheap bastards and they're trying to milk you as the buyer for as much as possible while they try to reap as much of the money reward as they can. I have a few examples I wanted to show you today just to kind of, because I'm a visual learner. I don't know about yourself, but I'm a visual learner. And so I need to see something with my eyeballs, all four of them, and be able to understand what one says. Now, I'm sure a lot of you all out there are eBay sellers yourself, and because that's the hot new thing that everybody loves to do. I've been selling eBay since, I don't know, a decade, 12, 13 years ago. I know I did it before Luca was born, so there's that. So he's going to be 13 this year. So yeah, so 14, 15 years I've been selling eBay off and on. So I feel like I'm not really a novice, but I'm also probably, it's not my full-time job either. But I think that when you sell something, you take the risk. Especially if you put it at an auction, you put it at an auction to sell, you run the risk of it not selling for what you want. We all know that's how auctions work. And if you have it for a buy it now or whatever or best offer, then you should know what you have in it to get your money back. And I've just run into this a lot more recently because I've been doing, like I've said, a bunch of the dollar free shipping or, buy a dollar card or a couple dollar card and a dollar or two shipping. So, I'm usually in a card or in a stack of cards between $1 to maybe $5. And so I'm sure a lot of these people, because I do mostly auctions and not buy it now or best offers, and I'm sure they probably like, well, dag nabbit, I sold this card. I have $5 in the card I sold for $1. So they're trying to save money by not packaging the card or cards correctly. So with that being said, let me show you item number one. So the first thing is my postman, and it is a man, just in case anybody gets triggered out there. It is a postman. He gave me this nice little envelope that said, I owe him 20 cents. There we go. I got too many fingers in here. I owe him 20 cents because this item showed up and it came in this envelope. And as you see, he put 20 cents on the envelope, but the guy sent it in just a regular white envelope. And this big old thickie was in there. He tried to send it for one stamp. He's trying to get a one stamp in there for all this thickie action. Now, guys, don't be like this, jag off. Do not be like this. If you sold the card and you screwed up because it didn't sell for what you thought, then you got to bite the bullet and try to quit getting all the schmeckles out of everybody that you can, because now I gotta pay now because I actually want this and it was only 20 cents. I was like, fine, I'll go dig in my couch and find a couple quarters or a couple nickels or whatever it was and pay for it. But I will say, earlier in the week, I bought something else. I don't even know what it was that I bought. It was Big John Stud and Jimmy Superfly Snuka, two stacks of about like 8 to 10 cards from the same seller. And he charged like $3 for shipping for all 20 cards or two, whatever. Well, I guess apparently he thought, well, even though he charged me $3 and change for shipping, he sent it in an envelope like this one, and then it was like $2, and he wanted me to pay the other $2.68. So I didn't have this one. I had because it was only 20 cents. I guess the postman was gonna eat the charge if I didn't pay, but I'm gonna pay. But the other one was like $2.68 or $2.82. And so we came by your house today and we can't leave the package because there's money owed. If you want this, come and go pick it up at the post office. Little like a sticky note. So I'm like, well, what in the world? So I go and find out what it was, and it was these cards. And so this guy, you know, because he didn't sell it for what he wanted, because I think I got it at the lowest price possible. He had a put it like a minimum start bid at like $1.99. So I was like, I'll get, you know, shipping for half. So I'm buying two things of cards. So I was like in the whole thing $4. So I'm sure he was like, oh my gosh, like I was hoping this would sell for $10. Now I got it for $4. That's including shipping. So he's trying to find a way to save himself some money. So he sends it in this kind of type of thing and then wants me to pay for it. So I end up having to deny it. I said, no, I refuse that. I reach out to him and say, listen, dude, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm not paying you a second time on the shipping. I'm not paying shipping twice. It's not my fault that you undershot it on the shipping. It's not my fault you're trying to get by with maximizing as many of your schmeckles as possible by making me pay more money. So I want a refund. And of course, he was trying to throw a hissy fit. I'm like, no, you didn't ship it correctly. You should have shipped it for $3 and whatever, 65 cents in a padded envelope and send it my way instead of trying to send it for $1.50 and then me having to come up with the other $2 and change or whatever. So it's just like, it is ridiculous that you're having to do with this with eBay sellers. And some of these eBay sellers have like a thousand transactions and they're like at 100%. I'm like, how is that possible if you're shipping like this? Which brings me to my next point. So then I received this in the mail this week also, and take a look at this. Take a look at this. I'm assuming what happened here is this guy sent in a stack of these cards with just wrapped around paper. A stack of cards wrapped around this sheet of paper. That's it. No top loaders, no penny sleeves, no little hard plastic case, nothing. No one of those thicker top loaders where you can stick like 10 cards in one or whatever. Even if you put masking tape on the top, whatever. He sent me this in the mail. So you can tell what has happened probably was that he paid again only one stamp and then he shipped it. So they took it, and then it got stuck, I'm sure, like on a conveyor belt or on the little chute or whatever, and it just got stuck on one of those wheels, and it burned a literal hole into the envelope right here, into the paper, and then I bet you can guess it, I had 5 cards that were damaged because this jack hole did that. So the first card is of Barry Horowitz, and as you can look on the back there, it burned a hole right through old Barry Horowitz here. So this card is worth nada enchilada. Then I have one up here of Virgil, burned a burn mark into the Virgil here. But it gets worse. Then we got Jimmy, the Mouth of the South Heart, an actual hole right there. You can see. So that burned a hole right through Jimmy here. I burned a hole through a Jimmy. You got to be careful when that happens. Then we got Jimmy, the Superfly Snuka. Another just burned a hole right through this. There you go. I mean, you know. And then lastly, which is the worst one, because it was the one that cut through the most, was Dino Bravo. As you can see there, on the back there, it like cut all the way through. The burn went all the way through the whole name. So this guy sent me this, and thank God I had another stack of cards here that was also in there that was not damaged, or not damaged as much as these cards. And I had to, I sent the guy an email initially and said, listen, you packaged this terribly, you paid cheaply, and now the cards are damaged. You got 5 of the cards in the order I have been damaged beyond all understanding. And I sent 5 pictures along with an explanation of what he had done, because he's a moron. And I said, hey, I want a refund. And this whole stack of cards, because I rest of the cards here, I think again, $3-4 total. And so I want a refund. He immediately denied it due to his saying, well, I don't do refunds. And I'm like, dude, I'm not asking you because I don't want it anymore, or I had a change of heart, or I had buyer's remorse. I'm like, the cards caught on literal fire. There literally were lit on fire inside the envelope. As you can see right here, it caught on fire, and so he denied me. And I sit back and go, dude, what are you doing? And he just wouldn't respond. So I opened up a case, and for whatever reason, eBay didn't have a damage. I couldn't find it. I usually can find it like in 2 seconds. For whatever reason, I think they're hiding it now on eBay. But you can usually go and find, like, receive damaged merchandise. You click on it, and then you go ahead and open up a case. Boom. Takes like less than a minute. I couldn't find it, so I had to find some variation of it. They wouldn't. They closed the case and denied me, and I was like, what? And I'm like, I sent them the pictures. I'm like, listen, what is happening right now? So then I actually called them, and then I was like, listen, and I told them what I'm telling you all right here. I'm like, the dude sent me this thing in an envelope with one stamp on a stack of cards that are like 20 cards deep. And the only thing he did was wrap it up in this piece of paper, as you can see, burned through here. And he denied me my money back. I was like, I will send the cards back. If he needs the cards back, I will send them back gladly for my $4 or $3.20 or whatever it was. So they're like, then the lady goes, well, for whatever reason, she didn't want to open up a damage item claim. She opened up, I never received claim. I never received the cards. And I go, are you sure about that? I was like, because I received the cards. I got a picture right here showing you I got the cards. And she's like, no, we'll go ahead and open that up. So then she sent it to him. And then he reached out to me and goes, well, do you have the cards? And I'm like, are you an idiot right now? I'm like, yes, I have the cards. I'm like, eBay made that suggestion, but I have the cards. The cards are damaged. I sent you the pictures. I told you what had happened. And then he keeps going, so then do you have the cards? And I'm like, are you seriously dumb? Did you ride a short bus to school or something? Like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, yes, I have the cards. He's like, well, why did they open up a claim that said you missed the cards? I was like, I don't know. You need to talk to eBay about that, because I said the same thing, but you're not addressing the symptoms of the problem, sir. You are not addressing anything. I'm like, fix it. He goes, well, what's wrong with the cards? And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Am I in the Twilight Zone? I was like, go back to the original message, and I tell you again apparently what has happened, and the cards had burn marks, so they were like stuck on a conveyor belt or something to burn through the cards. And he was like, how's that possible? I'm like, because you didn't package them the right way, buddy. And then he was like, and I'm telling you, like, this was on a Tuesday, and he sent me like 15 messages instead of going back to the original post and the post that was opened up by eBay and looking at the actual pictures, 5 pictures, not one, not a blurry one, 5 clear pictures. And then at the very end, he finally, I'm talking about hours and hours later, and not even exaggerating, 15 messages later from the first time I reached out to him, which was like the day before, 2 days before, he finally acknowledged, oh, wow, I didn't see that the first time. I'm like, yeah, no wonder, you freaking idiots. I'm like, seriously? Holy guacamole. I'm like, this guy, how does this guy even have 1,000 transactions on eBay and has 100%? Like, it's beyond me. Like, this guy, I mean, I don't even know if he knows how to put on his pants the right way. It is literally unbelievable. And so then he goes, oh, yeah, I see that there's a hole through your cards. And then I'm like, okay, so are you going to give me back my money? Or what's the deal? Because after you open up a claim on eBay, it takes about 3 days and 72 hours. And then they just, if you don't hear back from the seller, then they just default and give you the money back, and they just close the case. And I guess you keep the items and you get your money back. But I was like, listen, man, like, I'll send you back your cards or whatever. But after now that you've acknowledged it, 3 days later, what do you want to do about it? And he didn't respond. He just like didn't do anything. So then yesterday at like 10 o'clock at night, it said, you've been issued a refund of $3 and whatever, 20 cents. And I'm like, that's a lot of hassle for $3.20. But it became the principle of the thing. And that's why I told him. He was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, it's the principle of the thing, dude. You screwed up and you're not taking ownership of it. Now I'm committed to getting my money back and making sure that you have negative feedback from this transaction because you are a literal idiot. Like when I looked at the dictionary earlier in the week and I saw the word idiot, this guy was next to it. His picture was there and his store. I was like, what in the actual hell is happening right now? So, after 3 days, I got my whopping $3.20 or $4 or whatever it was back. And then after this guy here making me pay 20 cents more because he didn't package it. So 18 minutes into this video, and I wanted to tell you all, if you're going to deal with eBay, if you're going to sell on eBay, package it the right way. Like, don't be cheap because guess what? It turns into more of a nightmare because if you sell something cheap and you're frustrated or disappointed that you didn't sell it for the money you thought, and then you're trying to get by it as cheap as possible by shipping it as cheaply as possible, and then this kind of shenanigans happen, now you're even further in the hole because now you're going to have to owe more money either in shipping or paying the buyer the full feedback. All kinds of stuff. And when with this guy, he only wanted to pay me back a partial refund, and I'm like, dude, I don't have any of the cards. I sent them all back. I showed you I sent them back. Give me a full refund or I'm going to open a case on you. And he was like, oh, okay. He was trying to keep some of the money. I'm like, $5 or whatever. You're trying to keep $3 of it. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I don't have your cards. I sent them all back because you were trying to get away with like $1.25 shipping when it was a $4 package. I'm like, give me a break. So I'm like, you're going to have to bite the bullet and then ship it the right way with protection and keep the card safe or whatever the item is safe in there and then ship it and then just eat the cost because guess what? That's better than having this to deal with of burnt packages and cards being all burnt to hell, It's like, come on, man. Seriously, it's like the small things, but it's the things that matter. So I want to make sure people know that if you're selling on eBay, make sure you list it for the price you're okay with. And then whatever it sells for, you just have to be okay with it and then ship it the right way. Don't be a cheapskate. Don't be just don't be that guy. Don't be that guy and sell it as cheap as possible. Go sell it for the right amount. And ship it for the right amount, package it properly, and send it on its way. Learn from your lesson, make it a learning experience, and then don't do it again. It's like literally the easiest thing to do is the right thing. You got so many jackholes in here trying to do it something else. Yeah, exactly, guy. Yeah, I just don't do refunds. On my eBay store, I don't do refunds. If you have buyer's remorse, I don't do a refund. But if I screwed up and not shipped it the right way, well, of course I'm doing a refund. Or if I didn't package it the right way, they got jostled around it. It's like ripped apart or stuff's all over the place. I gotta own that. It sucks. But I package it the right way. I got all my packing materials right over here. I have all my padded envelopes over there. Like I don't play around. Like I do the best I can. Excuse me. I'm getting all emotional about this. And send it out my way. And one of the most common feedback is this seller here packages all his, items properly, securely, best packaging I've ever seen. It's not like I do anything special. I put it in a padded envelope, I wrap it around with a plastic bag and keep everything tight and tape it, put it in the envelope and ship it, and I wrap up the envelope as best I can to really keep it nice and compressed, and I ship it. It's not like I'm doing anything special, but I just take that little initiative to make sure this is that I'm paying the right money and packing it the right way. How hard is it? The guy told me he paid quickly and was upset the card hadn't come after. It's like crazy. The craziest thing on eBay, I'm sure if you all sell on eBay, the person who complains the loudest and throws the biggest fit is the person who spent $1 on an item. Not the person who spent $20 or $30 or $50 or whatever. The guy who spends $1, because I do almost free shipping on almost all my items. that complains like within like a day of me not shipping it. Where's my item? You said it yet? Is there a tracking number for that item? Where's the tracking number? I want to go ahead and know. I'm like, dude, the auction just went off at 10 o'clock last night. I haven't even shipped it out the next day, dude. You need a shot. It says on there up to 3 days to ship. Because this ain't my full-time job, you jack wagon. I'm like, I have a real job, and this is my kicks and giggles job for some extra funny money, some flash cash. So, you know, some little bit of extra cheddar. You know, like all these people, there's a couple people in this community who like use each other to be like, you know, they have their like eBay stores and they have like their little businesses out of their mom's basement or whatever. And they're like selling their stuff that way. And they use it everybody in this community and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram or whatever to like have them like be a baseball card shop owner, but they don't have like any real job. Well, this is not my real job. This is my job just to make some extra cash on the side, not that I'm living by it. And the people are like, well, where's my item? I'm like, dude, it's been like 8 hours. Chill out. Your $1 DVD or whatever is gonna well be on its way here in a day or so. Chill out. But it is true. They get all kind of butthurt. Let's see. Sounds like you found a guy from budget. That is 100% true, Joe. It was a budget rental car, probably his stepbrother or his daddy or somebody. That is 100% factual, dude. I spent $26 on shipping because eBay will not combine. Now I have to wait. Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah. All that kind of stuff, Henry, just blows, dude. Seriously blows. eBay does not know how to combine if seller has different shipping or having sellers. Yeah, no, I don't think I've had to worry about that too much, Henry. I always combine shit. I just tell them I usually do free shipping, so I don't have to worry about combined shipping. I'll just take obviously whatever somebody buys, put it on the same care package. And of course, I'm sorry, care, but same package. It's not a care package per se, and then send it out. But yeah, it can become a nightmare for sure. But man, I mean, it's so ridiculous. So I just want to let people know there's a PSA out there. If you're gonna buy, you're gonna sell, you're going to deal with eBay or whatever the flavor of the month is. I know there's a bunch of other stuff out there now, apparently now or whatever, which I have no interest in following. But just pack the stuff the right way, price stuff the right way, price your shipping the right way. You know, like I sold something today. I usually sell on Sunday nights. Like right before I hopped on here, I spent like the better part of an hour and a half, 2 hours posting stuff on eBay and stuff like that. Mostly it's like DVDs and Blu-rays. Like sometimes it's like Japanese memorabilia I picked up over the years. Sometimes it's posters, autographs. Sometimes autographs I've bought. Not that I've not to TTM because I used to buy a lot too. I never really talk a lot about it. Sometimes it's just like knickknacks around my house I've gotten over the years. So it's a crapshoot. But the thing is, I'm always very mindful of how I ship it, and I always put on there if it's free shipping or how much it is. And I know if I sell something for $1 like I did today, I sold something that was probably at least $5 to $8 I had in it probably. I think I sold it for like $1 or $2. Yeah, I lost money. It sucks. It happens. But then I got a 25-cent VHS I sold. I bought for 25 cents and it sold for like $10. So it happens. Like you win some, you lose some. It's okay. But I'm not gonna treat that guy who got the $10 VHS. I'm not gonna pack his stuff better than the guy that got the $1 DVD that I had like $3-4 in or whatever it was. I'm not gonna pack that more cheaply just so I can try to save some extra money. It's like, no, it happens. I always feel like it's gonna work itself out in the long run, like it washes out in the end. But a lot of people, they just try to find a way to get it as cheap as possible, and they pass along the screwing you over onto you, which blows. So yeah, man. So just don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Hey, what up, Chris Grab? What up, Chris? Hey, man, glad you got to hop on. Yeah, I was actually getting ready to do a recorded video of this, and then I was like, I'll just go live. I don't think the video's gonna be super long, and who knows? I mean, there might be people who want to watch it. Maybe not. It's not like it's not like it's gonna like set the interwebs on fire. But I think it's a good PSA to know. Hey, ship the right way. Don't be a cheapskate. Don't be a sheepskate. Ship it the right way. I watch a lot of resale videos. You can make a buck on one very common item. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, even Larry, the Medium Marauder, I had him on last night. I mean, he said he's been doing this since 1997 as a full-time job. I mean, I didn't ask him any questions. I mean, him and I just started getting to know each other. I didn't ask him a lot of questions, and quite frankly, that's fine. I'm not doing this as a full-time job, but if you can make a living, doing it as a full-time job, there's probably lots of tricks of the trade that makes you maximize your money. I'm sure one of them is not being chintzy on your shipping and just having to make sure you ship it for what you know is the right thing to do to make sure you make the next person who's getting that item happy and not catching it on fire in the middle of the night on the way to your house and then it bursts into flames like on these cards here. It's like ridiculous. So yeah, anyway, so it is what it is. It's kind of crazy. Don't be that guy or that gal. But yeah, so I got my 20 cents in here to drop in the mail tomorrow for my postman so he can go get himself a 1/8 of a coffee that he might owe. I'll make sure I don't have there's nothing in here about my there's nothing on there about anything about me. But anyway, so yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed the video. It wasn't anything overtly special. Just thought I'd just throw that out there. I'm glad you all watched. So, but yeah, man, until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Just make sure you keep on shocking the world, dude. Peace.